Program-program Metro TV harus bisa mencerdaskan dan mencerahkan masyarakat. Ini sebuah tantangan yang harus bisa dijawab.
Sebab yang berubah tidak hanya sebuah visualisasi belaka, tetapi merupakan perubahan daripada corporate culture.
Dengan visi baru Metro TV, Knowledge to Elevate, Metro TV harus hadir, memberikan informasi yang lebih bermanfaat, sehingga kualitas masyarakat kita menjadi kualitas masyarakat yang memang sama dengan standar masyarakat dunia.
After a decade of authoritarian nationalism and bitter war in the 1990s, Croatia as an independent country has made enough progress in the early 2000s to apply for a full European Union membership. Though talks of its membership were postponed because of issues such as civil and political rights, as well as the economic situation, the country hopes to become a full member by the year 2011. However, Croatia still needs to address its many problems, such as organized crimes and mafia-backed violence, before it could become a member of the European Union.
It is expected the EU accession process should accelerate fiscal and structural reform. I asked President Josipovic on how Croatia's application for membership in the European Union is progressing.
Mr. Josipovic, foreign policy is obviously your domain.
Yes.
Okay, and I hear that Croatia is currently applying for membership to the European Union, and hopefully you will be part of the EU in...
I hope in 2012.
2012,
yeah,
which is
it's realistic.
But how important is it for Croatia to be part of the European
It's very
Union?
important because this common market, European common market, is a new opportunity. There are also some funds available for countries entering EU, and we have plans to improve our economy. And of course, we expect new investments in Croatia because it's the same economical area without taxes, without some other duties, and free exchange of goods, people, and trade is very important for Croatia.
But you're optimistic that Croatia will be a member
of course.
by 2012?
Yes.
Croatia's new president is a man of many interests and talents. He's also a professional musician who composes music and is quite a piano player, as he willingly shows me. He's also young enough at heart to appreciate the fun and benefits of social networking, especially when it comes to getting the votes and keeping in touch with his constituents.
And more on a personal level, I mean, as a new president of Croatia, I see that you have a very impressive CV. You're a university professor, you're a lawyer, and you're a musician and a composer. I mean, I'm interested to know what makes you enter politics?
I'm relatively new in politics. I became member of parliament 6 years ago, and before this I was not involved a lot in politics.
Interested.
Yes, and I was always connected to social democrats, but not on high level. And then during my parliamentary mandate, when I recognized, of course, that a new president is going to be elected, I said, let's try. I would like to do something for my country, especially I would like to involve new spirit, modern spirit in our politics, and I would like to fight for European Croatia and to fight corruption.
So it's a new dream,
yes,
being a president?
Somehow.
Do you think it's a good career move for you?
I'll see. I'll see after 5 years. If the result of my mandate is positive, then I will be very satisfied.
And you're also active on Facebook.
Yes.
How important is Facebook in you getting your support?
It's very important because I have contact with many people. And this type of contact is not spoiled by media, influence of media, or some other interfaces probably put it with...
Such as campaigns.
Yeah. It's direct contact with citizens, and mostly with young generation. So it helped me a lot to understand what are needs of our citizens, and especially of young people.
What are they?
Yeah, they comment
Feeding
on the policy, they give me some information, someone asks for help, and of course usually I cannot help them directly. But I have information what's going on in the country, especially because politicians in many countries, not only Croatia, sitting in their offices tend to lose connection with reality.
So you think it's important now for politicians to
very
be
important.
connected on
I'm
Facebook?
traveling a lot through the country, and then I really recognize that it's very important for me to understand that real life is something else than in my office. And I would like always to have connection with real life.
It's interesting. Do you have a lot of friends on your Facebook account?
Yes, there are two pages. One is official and it's led by my colleagues. But I have my private one, and then I had full quota, 5,000 of friends, and I cannot accept anymore. But I have 22,000 people waiting for friendship. And now I'm trying to investigate whether it's possible to
increase. Finally, what qualities should a head of state have, do you think? And you should still perhaps develop?
Firstly, knowledge. The president must be personally informed about the most important facts in national and international policy. The network. And network is not only about connection in politics, international politics, national politics, but citizens and NGOs as well. Then, of course, for the president, I think it's very important to have capability to communicate and to have understanding with big scale of political interest and political views.
Are you looking forward to being Croatia's new president?
Yes, of course. It's a great challenge, I'm very honest. It's not easy to accept all or to understand all circumstances, but it's a big changement for me. I was professor and now I'm president. I'm responsible for the whole state, and I'm taking this responsibility very serious.
Would you still have time to play the piano?
I hope so. I hope so. At least in late night.
Okay, Mr. Josipovic, or Mr. President, I should say now. Thank you very much for this interview, and good luck. Wish you the best for you and for Croatia. And again,
thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So what am I taking away from this trip to Croatia? Well, for a start, it's difficult to imagine that this is a country that has only embraced capitalism in the last 2 decades. Its economy has progressed, although it still suffers from widespread corruption and unemployment. However, it is using its limited resources quite well, such as in boosting its tourism industry in order to create much needed income for the country. And this is something that Indonesia could very well learn from. And that's all on tonight's episode for Face to Face. Don't forget to join me next month to meet another figure of influence who make a difference to our world, only on Face to Face with Daisy Anwar, bringing you the world.
Da pemo mi v Međimorje, da pemo mi v Međimorje. Da nam pa dojde to vreme, da pemo mi v Međimorje.